everyone! I'm Lily, and Modern Horizons is upon us. It's a really cool set with lots of things going on. Looks like a really neat limited format, while otherwise stuff for a bunch of different formats. And I know it can be daunting, especially for these more complex sets, to really assess them and evaluate them. And that's when set reviews come in here. So I am here for my very important set review, and in this set review I'm going to be looking at and ranking every single animal in Modern Horizons based on how much I want to pet them. It's really the most important list, and really the most important thing you should know about the set going into and doing any launch weekend drafts. So yeah, just a few notes. Generally I define animals as non-humanoids. That said, I also, just to not include slivers, because they would all be about the same place in the no, I would like to avoid petting a sliver. And I'm aware that most of these would kill me, so I'm not necessarily evaluating it based on my survival rating of petting these things, but how would the experience up to my untimely demise be? So yeah. Also notably, this is just to pet them and get off something and do that, not to have them as pets, because A, a lot of them are sentient, and also B, it don't really have the stuff to take care of any of these things, let's be honest. So we're going to start at the bottom of the list at number 34, and that would be Rot Widow Pack. I hate spiders. I hate spiders so much, and the more spindly they are, I'm fine with, but they get better with them. But these ones all bulbous and stuff, and no, and the flavor text is for every one you see, 10 see you, and I'm just no. Spiders get the bottom list, not because necessarily they're the most pleasant. There's probably things that are safer or more dangerous and less pleasant to pet, but I personally despise spiders, so they can just get right out of here. So yeah. Next we have Twin Silk Spider, which is a bit higher because it is a bit more spindly, and it isn't quite as gross in my eyes, but it is still a spider. And spiders are really, really, really gross, and I'm just no. Lily does not like spiders. Webweaver Changeling. It's a spider, but this one's a changeling, so it's a bit less of a spider. Percentage of creature types spider is a very small amount, although it does have the unfortunate scenario of currently being in the form of a spider. For changelings, I just went with their current form, whether they were an animal or not, but yeah. Venomous Changeling? I'm just not big on bugs in general, although scorpions do rank higher for me, just based on the fact that, I don't have to deal with them here. This is objectively a terrible thing to pet, because, you go in to pet it, and oh look, there's a stinky thing right there to get you, and it has two, pinchy thingies right there, and it has death touch. You'll definitely just small prick and you're dead. But I don't have to deal with scorpions, so I don't have that, gut avoidance of them. There's no northwest giant house scorpion, thank goodness, but there is for spiders, so spiders are lower than this. But still, no, I have no desire to pet this thing whatsoever. Next we have Chiller Pillar, which is here because it's a bug, and I don't like bugs. And while it's monstrous form that you see in the background there, which is this big moth thing, I'd be more interested in, but it's just the mandibles there, and it's like legs and stuff. It's just like way too creepy for me. And yeah, just no, I'm not feeling this. No. Next we have Manowar, which is a real thing and would definitely kill me. I think Manowars are deadly. If not deadly, they hurt horribly, and I just have no desire to pet a jellyfish. Like, it's just like, ooh, it's all spongy and weird, and like, oh look, there's these like streamers that are like murder streamers following it, and I'm just like, I'm not into that. And furthermore, it's a real thing. There's no like novelty of like this fantastical beast killing you, because these exist. Yeah, no, I'm just not interested. And the last of the no, absolutely not category, we have Gluttonous Slug, which slugs just, like, A, it's gross, B, texturally, slugs have nothing going for them. And this is like a bug-like slug where it has like weird, like, crawlers and stuff, and just like thoroughly unpleasant. And yeah, no, too bug-like. No. Alright, on to the next category, which is I would avoid it if possible. Like, not looking to do it, but not quite. Spiders are terrible and I hate them. But first up we got Hex Drinker. And like, I actually like snakes. Like, I don't dislike snakes. I used to have one as a young lily. But it was like a gardener snake. It's not gonna hurt you, and I like snakes, but I also respect snakes. And this is a snake that definitely does not seem to be like to be touched, and has the way to defend yourself. It's just like, also just like, it's texturally, like, snakes are really like nice and like smooth enough, and like this one just doesn't look smooth. It looks kind of jagged, and just wouldn't be a good pet experience. Plus, once it has 8 level level counters on it, you can't even pet it because it is protection from petting, because that's included in everything. But yeah, no, it just doesn't seem like it. Like, if I had to, I would risk it, and I'd probably get bitten and die of some horrible venom. I don't know. Yeah, no, it's not an appealing snake, and it looks angry, and you gotta respect snakes and keep their distance. Likewise, same thing. This is a very angry snake, but it also flies. I don't need a missile. I don't want to pet a missile with teeth. Like, I don't need that. Like, does it look rad? Yes. But, yeah, it might be the angle, because like it texturally, I think it has a lot of cool things going on. But, I can't say, like, that the amount of time you'd get to pet this thing is very low. Like, it's just going right for your neck, and you're not lasting long after that. Like, that's just the facts. Next we have our first mammal in the form of Croson Tusker. But it looks very angry and just not in a kind of a foul mood. It's very like rough and dirty. It just doesn't really have that, like, if someone was like angry and like I'll pet it, but like this one just doesn't seem to have the payoff for that. And it is texturally, it's just, I'm sorry, you just don't have it going for you, and your attitude does not help. So yeah, no. Lesser Masticore, which is it's like a robot thing, and well, it'd be cool, and like, assuming it's like in passive mode, like, even if it's not gonna like attack you, like, texturally that can't be that great. It's just metal plating. If you go into like its like main thing, like, that's probably like all interlocked metal things, and you can't just get your fingers pinched. So that just seems like a bad idea. Like, Would I want one of these to like hang out in like my living room and just like look cool? Yes. But yeah, there's not much petting. Like, there's nothing to really go for. It just doesn't lead to a good petting experience. So, yeah, no. Iceberg cancricks. Likewise, like, I don't know, like, crabs in general don't really inspire me to want to, like, pet them, and putting shards of jagged ice on it don't really help. But, yeah, it's just, there's nothing to really pet that, like, and it's just gonna pinch you, and yeah, it's just, again, it's just, like, not a good petting experience. Like, that is one you could probably approach, and, like, if you avoid its pincers, you could probably, like, pet it, like, if you wanted to, but just don't really want to. Yeah. I don't know. Excavating anerid, which is a frog beast, and generally while I really like reptiles texturally, amphibians are just weird because they have like very like soft, like it's more soft and spongy. You don't get like the cool scale patterns. And this one just it looks like, I feel like there's some scale issues, like getting up to pet it is good, but like texturally it just doesn't seem to look good. It's probably like slightly soft and kind of unsettling, and those teeth are also kind of unsettling. I'm not really really huge on, and yeah, no, that's about where I am on this big frog. It's like, frogs are cute, but this one isn't even a cute frog, so nah. Onerophage. Onerophage or Nerophage. It's a squid illusion, and I don't know. I mean, I don't really have any strong desire to pet a squid. I think squid are cool. And this one does like sap your inspiration, which is kind of unfortunate, but it does look cool. And this is one that like, I'd be like, I don't really want to pet it, but I'd pet it kind of more for the reason of like, it would be a good story that like, oh yeah, I've pet a squid illusion. Have you? I don't think so. Yeah, no, that's about where I am. Just like, but I just don't have any like desire, like, texturally. Like, most underwater creatures just like aren't good petting material. But that's probably just my terrestrial bias talking, but yeah. And finally, crypt rats, which is, like, I actually don't mind rats. I have friends with pet rats, and they're, like, great, and, like, they're soft and nice and friendly and all that. But those ones I know are clean and not vicious or rabid, and these are explicitly crypt rats and have glowing red eyes, so are definitely both disease-ridden and evil. And I don't know, I don't want to come down with some horrible disease. Like, rats are great. Don't stop discrimination against rats that are safe and all that, but not these ones. No. No. Next we're into like the okay category, where it's like, yeah, these are probably fine. They're not really my first choices. And first we got Spore Frog. And this one, like, is kind of teetering on the edge, mostly because, A, it says that it does cause allergies, and I got tons of allergies, and just, I would, like, look at this thing, and all of a sudden my throat just swells shut for the next month, and, yeah, but, like, he does look very interesting, like, texturally. Like, I have no problems with, like, fungus and stuff, like, touching it. I'm not a big fan of eating mushrooms, but, like, texturally, I don't mind it at all. But, yeah, but also just, like, frogs are generally not great to touch in general, just because, they're very sensitive to their surroundings, and like the oils from your skin can like mess with them. So I'd be like kind of worried for his health and mine. So like all around there's some health issues going on with petting him, but he does look very cute. So while I would probably avoid it, it wouldn't be the most unpleasant experience until like a few minutes later when my allergies start flaring up. So next up is a rhino, which I did include the tokens on here, and rhinos are extremely dangerous and will absolutely just mess you up. And it's kind of just because it's like, yeah, like assuming I'm not just immediately killed, I want to say I've pet a rhino. I think they're kind of cool, and I want to know what they feel like. Also, this is a very good rhino, because this is a Selesnya rhino, and you know what, he's a big friend of the Conclave, and good for him. But yeah, no, it's just like, yeah, it's a little bit mundane, but in the right scenario, yeah, I would totally pet a rhino. That sounds great, like, preferably one that's calm and acclimated to humans and won't turn me into a shish kebab. Yeah. Marasa Behemoth? Like, this one's just like, it has like, it's like, it looks fuzzy and kind of nice, but it just has like some unsettling features, like its whole mouth is just kind of unsettling, and its like ears are a bit weird, and it's just kind of too close to like other archetypal things. Like it's almost a bear, but it's also kind of like a cat or like a cougar in some ways, and that middle ground is just kind of unsettling for me. And apart from the fact that it would definitely eat me, but well, it does look like kind of fuzzy and stuff. I just don't have any strong inclination to, I guess. I don't know. Nimble Mongoose? He's just a good little furry friend, but also terrified. Like, I'd like go up to pet him, but also just be terrified that like next thing, like my neck's good, like my throat's gonna be ripped out. And while he does look like very fuzzy and soft, and I just want to like scratch behind his little ears, that fear aspect is a definite like high part of it. Like, again, if it was like an acclimated humans one and it's like a little bit comfortable, yeah, totally, 100%. But like that fear of just getting just like absolutely just like, oh look, my nose is gone, and when I was trying to like just give it a nice little like head rub, and that fear would take away from the experience of me. So yeah. Bellowing elk? This is just kind of here in the middle because it's an elk. Like, I don't see that many elk in the area, but I do see a lot of deer in the area, and they're similar enough, and I'm just like, oh look, it's a slightly fancier deer. Whoop-de-doo. I see these like things similar all the time, and I'm just like, it just doesn't speak to me. So yeah, just not high. Like, sure, like I'd pet it, but I don't feel any strong inclination to. They do kind of smell. So yeah. Conifer worm. Now, this is one that where like I'd like to pet for the experience, and I mean, I don't have a strong desire to, but like I just kind of want to know what it feels like. Is it just like looking like a pine cone, or does it actually have like the kind of like pine cone like feel and stuff, which is like the feel of pine cones I actually quite like. As someone who's grown up in the Pacific Northwest, it's like I have fond memories of like sitting outside and just playing with pine cones and like slowly dismantling them apart and stuff, but like they have a neat texture aspect to them and whatnot, and I'm just curious. And yeah, he's kind of scary and stuff, but it's the curiosity that drives me kind of want to pet these ones. We're getting into the ones that like I kind of want to pet, although this one I'd probably still stay by the way of caution. So, because that thing is very large and does look very angry and not super sociable, but who knows, maybe they're very friendly actually, and they love getting like rubs behind their like crest thing, like who knows? Won't know until you find out or your worm chow. Next up we got a squirrel, because I love squirrels, and sure they're super mundane and stuff, but and also they will still mess with you, and they also carry lots of diseases, and rabies vaccines aren't fun, but they're just so soft and fuzzy, and all got their bushy little tail and their little whiskers, and aww, it's just a little squirrel, aww. But again, like the safety aspects kind of like lower its ranking a bit, and also the fact that it's just a squirrel. It's very mundane. Yeah. Elephant? I love elephants, and supposedly they're also like very friendly. Like there are some that are aggressive, but like I like elephants. I think they're cool. I'd love to like go up to like pet one, like pet one's trunk and stuff, and like get to know them a little bit. And this one's just a legitimate like kind of desire of something I want to do in real life for actually like one day. It's like, yeah, I'd like to have like see an elephant. But yeah, no, they're cool. I just think they're neat. I don't have much to say, but elephants are cool. Next, okay, and also this is the beginning of like the things I like, yeah, no, I don't really want to pet these, and these are kind of nice. And next we have Good Fortune Unicorn, which would be a very pleasant experience overall, like, but that said, is like fantasy creatures go that are pleasant to pet, a unicorn is probably like the most mundane. And yeah, it'd probably be a great like magical experience getting a pet one. Like look at that like lustrous mane, and I mean, also depending on the mythos, it might just end up being absolutely crushed because like it runs away because apparently I'm not like pure of heart enough or whatever. Certainly not a virgin. But yeah, no, but like there's nothing too extremely or unique about this unicorn that makes me like yes, but it's like it would just be a very solid experience petting. Yeah. Also, like, seeing one is good luck. Well, what about petting its amazing mane? That's probably, like, tons of good luck. I'm gonna, like, just wring all the good luck out of that mane. Except not, because that's bad for hair. Don't wring out hair on you or on unicorns. It's not good. It's not healthy for it. Blizzard Strix. Now, I do really like birds. If they weren't such a huge commitment, like years and years, they don't live forever and they have high needs, I would like, that I can't commit to right now, I would totally get a pet bird. But this is a good bird. Like, he's probably kind of cold and stuff, but like, assuming like it's acclimated to humans, like just like nice friendly, and give it like nice like scratches like behind its head, and I don't know, feed it some whatever Blizzard Strix eats. I'm assuming they just eat DQ blizzards, like obviously. But yeah, no, it's just a good bird friend that I would happily pet any day. I don't care if it's like really cold to the touch. Like that could be actually like some interesting like textural stuff. Like I might not be able to pet it for long without gloves, but yeah. Birds. Saddled Rhyme Stag. Now, this is another elk, which is kind of like, sure, yeah, they're like mundane, like the one before was mundane, but like, ooh, this is like an ace elk, and this is mostly just for like the great aesthetic of this thing, because this thing looks awesome, and it's clearly already acclimated to people, and I just want to like go up here, like give him like nice rubs, like feed him some food, and like just like go on an adventure with him and look awesome. And I just want this great fellow to be my friend. And Yeah. He just looks cool. Not much to say beyond that. Frostwalla. Now I have 2 lizards in real life, and well, this guy, like, its back kind of doesn't look that great, but like on its head there, that little soft spot, I totally want to like pet that. Like I have my geckos there, which are like, they're just leopard geckos, but like they have like a nice feel to them when you pet them and stuff. And just look at this like little dork with his like tongue laying out and that kind of stupid smile. Like, I don't know like the temperament of this thing, but yeah, I just like definitely want to like pet behind its snoot and yeah, no. What a good friend. And sure, yeah, I'm just a sucker for lizards, but sue me. Lizards are cool. Next up we have another bird, but this bird is strictly better than the past bird because this is a Selesnya bird. And as we all know, the Selesnya are the best. And yeah, no, this bird is doing good. He has a job. He has adorable like little like armor. Like he's a little bird hat, and like I'm not gonna pet him because like right now, because he probably has very important conclave business to be doing, and that's very noble and amazing. But definitely once he's done, I definitely will totally want to pet him, and what a good Selesnya bird. He's proud member of the conclave. Good bird. Very good bird. 10 out of 10 would pet. Okay, this is another one just for the experience. Morophon the Boundless. And sure, this one kind of saying like, I'm not sure how intelligent Morophon is, but so he might not be able to like be considered to be an animal, but it's just one of those things where it's like, I want to know what that texture's like. Is it like an amorphous like gel that's like changing, or is like, does it have an actual texture? Like, does it have a texture that you can't really see, or does it like change and stuff like that? It's just, yeah, there's some scale issues on getting up to him to like really get that petting in, but it's just like, I want to be the person that says like, yes, I pet Morophon the Boundless. And he was so fuzzy, he had like that like micro fur like finish, like at least at that point he did. And yeah, no. And then you can befriend him and he'll turn into whatever fuzzy creature you want to pet. And it's amazing. Yeah. Vesperlark. Okay, this is another one that's like very much I want to pet for like its whole aesthetic. Like, mostly just like kind of like the wings and stuff, but like the glowing ball of like light and like warmth, and not so much like maybe you'll see what it is, like warm my hands on it, cook some s'mores, but like there, and just like it's like a bird, but it's like a super aesthetic bird, and I want one as a pet. Like, it's just like this glowing ball of light surrounded by like branches and leaves with wings, and sure it might be annoying like if it's like flying around. It's like in the middle of the night I'm trying to sleep, I'm just like, hey Vesperlark, can you like calm down, Lily is trying to sleep. I'll just have to invest in like some higher quality like face masks to sleep, but yeah. And like, but yeah, no, mostly just for aesthetic. Yes. King of the Pride. Now this is number 4. We're getting up to the top things I want to pet, and this is really the only non-humanoid kitty that isn't like Leonin in the set. And I love cats so much, and this would be very kind of dangerous to do, but lions are like during the day when they're like a bit calmer, if you like acclimate yourself to them, they can be like quite like docile and friendly, and it's just like, look at that big fluffy mane, and I just want to like pet it and like nuzzle my face in it and hope he doesn't murder me, but he's just such a good kitty and I want to pet him all day. And we're gonna be best friends, and he's so good to all the other cats, and he's so good to him. I just want to get a nice pet. Very nice. Yeah. Kitty. Number 3, Kite. I love lizards. I talked about that, and like, it's like drakes have texturally have the same thing. Like avoided like back spines, but like, oh my god, look at this little dork. Oh my god, I just love him so much, and I just want to go up and like nuzzle behind like his horns and stuff, and like, oh, what a little doofus. I love him so much. Like, I want to know what his scales feel like, and like, just like, I have a soft spot for this guy. He's just like, oh, yeah. I want to be best friends with this guy, and yeah. Okay, for the number 2 slot. There is nothing more I crave, and really this is really the ultimate experience wanting to pet, but there's nothing more that I crave than the void and death, and what a better way to go than attempting to pet Meritlace. It's just one of those things that if I'm gonna go petting something stupid, I want it to be a unfathomable creature from the depths of the sea. Sure, it's also a Vorthos meme, but yeah, no, it's just, you gotta go big. Like, all these things will probably kill you, and Meritlace is just the best way to die petting any of the animals and like monsters in the set. Just hands down best way to die, and just like most glorious way to die. And like, you're not sure how it will happen. Like, will you just be like drowned, or like just, I don't know how Meritlace actually kills people, but she definitely does. Yeah, and I just want the sweet release of the void, but not as much as I want number 1, which is Eula, queen among bears. Okay, just look at how fluffy she is. Oh my goodness, it's just like so much foof, and oh my goodness, I maintain that bears have absolutely no right looking as cute and as adorable as they are. Like, just, they're so fluffy, and they're like snooty little nose, and oh, this one's so good and majestic, and I just want to go up and give it a hug, and like, oh my goodness, so much. But it's like, seriously, like, of all like the apex predator mammals, it's, dear ancestors, why isn't there a domesticated version of a bear? Like, a nice, like, small, compact one, like, it's good for a house, just like a tiny bear. It caps out like the size of maybe like a bear, like a wild bear cub, because I want one. Because bears are adorable, and like, your little ears, and oh, so fluffy, and I would definitely die. Just definitely death awaits me if I try to like approach and pet her, but oh my goodness, she looks so fluffy, and I really, really want to pet her, despite all caution or really sensibility. Yes, I do. Also, there's one creature that I didn't include Mother Bear, just to not kill the stuff leading up to this one. But yeah. So this has been my my tour of ways I'm going to die, petting all the things I want to pet in Modern Horizons. I hope you this really prepares you for release weekend. It's I mean, this is the important categorization that you need to know, and yeah. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you learned something. Like, do you disagree with any of my rankings? Like, did I, what do you want to pet from this set? Give me that nice feedback. That's good. That'll give me more search relevance that I don't actually care about. But yeah, well, I hope you enjoyed the video. And for those who are wondering, the girl I want to top me the most in Modern Horizons is, of course, Captain Sisay. Because Captain Sisay, no contest. Sarah's good, but she's no Captain Sisay. 100%. Top me, please. Well, I hope you have a good night. And I hope you sleep well. And as always, may your stories smile upon you.